Hello my crafty friends, Corrine here from Corrine's Crafts. This is today's project. Isn't that brilliant? It's the second one in my black and white plus one colour series. I did teal last time and I did some gorgeous flowers for that. And this time I am adding in a stamped image and then some yellow. Isn't that effective? And I'm going to show you now how I put this all together. So just on a month ago, I did a lovely card. It was a black and white card using one of Julie Hickey's stamps, and I did it black and white and a double pop of teal, I think it was. It was just over a month ago. I'll probably link to that at the end of this video. So I thought it's about time I did another one. So I'm going to try and make it very different today. I'm going to have different colour with the black, but we're going to be essentially black and white and one colour. So I've got this stamp, which is, I've written on here, the Woodware Cosmos stamp. And we're going to stamp it onto a piece of, this is Nina or any of your alcohol colouring card. Now, you know it must be a good day today because I've just put a fresh piece of card underneath my stamping area in my Eureka. Don't know why, just felt like doing it. So there we go. Right, so I've just cut, I'm going to be cutting this down. So long as it fits on, don't worry too much about centering it up. Wow, I got that just close. I'm going to put my magnet up there. If I wanted to, I could also just put a little bit of tape down there just to hold it. So that's going to hold that, and then we can stamp it. Right, now I'm going to be colouring with just the one, giving away the colour there, of my Tri-Blends alcohol pen. So I need my water-based ink pad. So pick that up. Just left marks because I hadn't cleaned it after the last time. And then we're going to ink it up over here. So just ink up. We're going to do at least 2 stamps. Might need to do a third. We'll see how it goes. So on goes the ink, and then we can just pop that on there and there. Right, now, and you just need to remember that where the magnet is, it just raises up the platform, so I just have to go there. You can get your pressure tool just going round all over, and then we can have a look. That's not bad. I just need a little bit more up there, don't I? So let's try and get it a little bit stronger. So let's just ink that up all the way across there. Where was it not quite? It didn't quite catch there, did it? So just make sure I've definitely got ink. I think 2 inks might be enough. So it missed just there. I know that's just because of the magnet. So let's just come all over, pressing pressure tool just to really push it down. Oh, that's perfect, isn't it? Now I am going to trim the card down, but I'll do that after I have coloured it in. So let's just lift that up, and then we're not going to do any more stamping, so we can get rid of the stamping platform. And then trusty old scrap of craft card. Now I'm going to do the colouring very, very different to how I normally colour with alcohol pens. So I'm going to be, and you've now seen, my gold yellow. So this is going to be my colour theme. So I'll show you my inspiration. This is my inspiration. This is what we're going to match it up to, and this matches up really, really well. So I'll put that there so that you can see. And then we'll put that there. Now I'm going to do this colouring a little bit different. I'm not going to colour it all in. I'm just sort of going to outline. And I'm using Gold Yellow 3, and you can see it's a really, really good match. I'm going to do a little bit with Gold Yellow 2, but I'm not going to use Gold Yellow 5. It's too dark. It doesn't match. So I'm just going to come round the edges and just come round like that. So it's slightly different. So yeah, you could actually do this just on regular stamping card because we're not blending. I think, but it's force of habit for me. I picked up my alcohol pens, so I picked up my Nina card, but it's entirely up to you. So I'm just going to go round the flowers, and I'm just going to do some lines up from the middle, just like that. And let's do this one all the way around, just sort of outlining the flower in the colour rather than full on colouring. I don't know why, I just thought it looked nice. Just wanted to try something a little bit different. So once I've done that, I'm going to get the paler one, gold yellow 2. I'm going to do the centre. And then I'm just going to drag a little bit more out. I still want quite a bit of white showing. So I'm not sort of blending, I'm just sort of, what's the word? Just flicking, really. And you can see where I've not done it. So yeah, so that's all I would do. So I mean, it's such easy colouring that I'm sure anyone can do that. And then again with all the foliage, I'm not going in green, I'm going to stick to my yellow. So I'm going to come down the stems. I was going to use the brush pens, but then I found that I couldn't do the stems with it. It was too, they were too thick. So I went on to the regular tri-blends. So just coming down like that. So just coming tips of the leaves and then all the way down. All the way down like that. Don't worry, I've gone over that on purpose. And tips of the leaves and down. Tips of the leaves. And I've already gone down. So then what I would do is get the paler one and I would just blend that in a little bit there. Now, and then with these, all I would do, let's do this one. I hope you can see that. I'll just bring it down from the tip just there, all the way around. And then just get your paler one and drag it down like that. There, and that's how I would do that. And I would just keep colouring that until I had that. And you can see all I've done is trimmed it down. So I've trimmed it down so it's nice and narrow and not too big. And I've done that because if I didn't, the card would get a little bit too big. So all I've got next is I've got a piece of black card, just slightly bigger. And we're going to pop that onto there, just like that. So time to get the wet glue out, or you can be, as I always say, it's entirely up to you which one you want to use. I don't tend to use my precision glue press when I'm doing this. I do it when I do other gluing, you know, delicate gluing, but I always tend to go my tacky glue when I'm going for a slightly larger area. I don't know why, force of habit, I think. So we can put that just there. And then just don't worry about a little bit of glue seeping out. It's better in a way to get it seeping out because then you know you've got glue to the edges. And then we can just all over. There we go. Isn't that pretty? Very different. So you can see how that colour is working really well, and that's how we're going to lay it out. Now, after I did the last one, I had to hunt around, if you remember. So I actually bought myself this black and white flower scrapbook pad. I just got it off Amazon. It tends to be where I got a lot of my craft materials recently. So I just wanted something black and white, and from that I've cut out 2 pages. I've cut out this one, which is quite sort of modern, and I've cut it, stuck it on already because I took the centre out so that I could use it, and I mounted that on black. And then I took this one and I was going to pop it just like that, and then I was going to do that like that and that like that, and then I thought, no, something's missing. So what I've decided to do is I found some yellow card. It was just in my scrapbook. That's a really good match. So I'm actually going to mount that on there. So I'm still keeping to that yellow colour. This is definitely paper. So you just, you know, it's not card. I don't know what GSM it is. It's really quite thin. So just be careful what you're using it for. Don't use too much glue. It's really, really thin. It's properly paper. But for mats and layers, as long as you're careful with it, that's all you need. You don't need anything thicker at all, because we're just building it up. And in fact, it'll probably help to stop it getting too bulky. There we go. All right, so we are nearly there with the card. Isn't this quick tonight? So today we've got 10 pound card. This started off as a 10 by 7. I get all my card blanks, as I've told you many times, from Lime Tree Crafts. I'll put a link on, I think, this time, because you know, it is difficult to find good card blanks, and these are brilliant. And John at Lime Tree Crafts doesn't even fold them for me. I get them in one piece so that I can fold them, score them exactly how I want. I think he calls them adaptables. So we can put that on there. Now you could have made a black card base, and that would have looked amazing. But I thought, no, I'll stick with my white card base and just have a black matte layer. So, but it's up to you. You do it however works for you. So I like that. I like having that white. So then the next one I want to do is put this one on. Now, when I'm positioning, because this is sort of all lots of geometric sizes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at that side, and I'm going to put a matching border all the way around. So I'm looking at the top and the bottom, and I'm evening it up. So then I'm going to put a matching border on that side. Oh, roughly. So that's how I've decided on my positioning for there. And it will look better for it than if you came in a bit and had that chunkier than that. Have them roughly the same size and it will look better. Okay. Looking good so far, isn't it? Loving this. So the next one I'm going to do is this one, and I'm going to sort of match that border on that side. Obviously this is different, but I want them the same on there. You're starting to get a little bit of lift, so just be careful how you're doing this. What I'd probably do is, if I wasn't making it like this, I would possibly put a heavy weight on when I've got this to sort of start pressing them down. So I want the same border on that side as that side, and then I want it equidistant across there. So we can get that just like that. And then what we'll probably do is get some stamping blocks or something similar, put them on and weight them down while the glue sets. But let's just make sure. I'm just going to turn that over and give that a really good burnish from the back. Make sure everything's pressed down. The thing about tacky glue is once it's stuck down, it is stuck down. You're not going anywhere. Okay, so the next one, I'm trying to decide what to do, but I think I am going to get my big glue roll. And I'm going to put a little bit on there, just because I do like a little bit of height and a little bit of dimension. So let's cut off a piece. There we go. And then move that out of the way. We can put 1, 2. I might have cut even too much for me. I will actually need some more in a minute, so it's not a bad thing, because I'm going to need some for my sentiments. I'm just going to stick that there. Okay, so now we've got that, let's get my pokey tool and take the backs off. I went a bit fast then before I'd actually caught it. There we go. And that, what I would then do, a little bit of wet glue, because that then gives me wiggle room all the way. You've seen me do this so many times. Whatever you wet glue you like to use. So let's take that. Isn't that pretty? Just so simple, just keeping those colours. And I'm just going to come on to here. I want to be able to see a lot of that pop of colour. Let's pop that on there. There we go. So we've just got that little bit of height just for a bit of added interest. Now, I ummed and ahed about sentiment, and I had a look and I found 2 die sets that I wanted to use. I wanted to use my scallop border dies. I have gone back in time to find these, really old. And then I've also used my Gemini birthday celebrations. They're like your, there's a word for it, isn't it? The ones where they do the squiggles, and the word has gone out of my head. And I'm going to use happy birthday. So I cut happy birthday out of a piece of black card, and I've just before now stuck it on to a piece of white, just because it's going to take a minute. Then I got my border and I cut a piece of black card with the border on one side, and then I cut it again on the other to give me this lovely scallop. Or you can, if you want to, if you turn it round, you can have a negative scallop. It's up to you whether you want that sort of shape or that sort of shape. I wanted that. So yeah, just did that. And then, oh, it's underneath. I'm going to stick this out. I haven't quite decided how I'm going to position it. So I've purposely stuck the sentiment in the middle, and I purposely cut it too long. So let's pop that, let's put that like that for a minute. Let's make sure that's centered. There we go, that's perfect. Right, let's bring back the card, and then I've got to decide how I want this. I think I want it to come over to the edge here. So I'm just going to cut that edge. There. Let's see if I can even cut it straight. I'm going to get my paper trimmer out because that is not straight. Let's get the paper trimmer and go. There we go. Now this one. So if I have that to there, I'm going to come, I actually want it just to there, I think. So that is to there. I can see that mark, I think. Where was that mark there? There. There it is, that's it. Make sure that's straight and then cut that through there. It hasn't gone all the way through because it's multiple layers, but at least it's cut it enough for me. There we go, to finish it off. How about like that? Now it looks a little bit strange at the moment because it's cut off the edges, but we can stick it on to here. So that's going to come just like that. There we go. So it starts on here and then it wiggles off to the end. So what I thought I might do is I might just put a little bit of this spare tape on that end just to support it, because that's the same height as that. So it's going to give it lots of support. Actually, I might just do that a second one, just because it was cut. So I'm not actually wasting anything. Get rid of these. Let's put a little bit of glue on the back of here. And then, now this is where I ummed and ahed as where to put this. So I think I'm just going to pop it. Want that there, so I can just see the black either side. That's better. Oh, I like that. That's looking lovely. Really pretty. Okay, now, initially I thought that would be my card finished, but I've decided I need a little bit of something else. You know me and my gems. This one is a good colour match. That one. So I'm just going to get a couple of these flat gems and I'm just going to pop them on to here. Just like that. And then I think I might do those black or brown. Those are brown. Where's my other pack that I had? Can't find my other pack, so I'm going to use these. And I'm just going to pop one on there, one on there. Ooh, that would work, wouldn't it? And an eye over the birthday. And one there. There we go. Oh, I need one more there. One more on that side. There we go. That's better. That's better. So I've got three there, and an extra little one. And that, I might just put a little bit of glossy accents in the centre of that, just to give it a little bit of shine. You'll have to trust me because it always looks opaque to begin with. I just thought that would look really, really pretty. So that's just glossy highlights, or you can get glossy accents. So that'll go nice and clear, and that just gives an extra little dimension on there. So there you go. That is black and white with a pop of yellow. How about that? That's my black and white and one more colour for today. Really like that. Really simple. Go have a look and see what you've got in your craft stash, because I'm sure you've got plenty of things that you could be doing something like this. Just layer up your papers, layer up a stamp, or cut out a flower. It's entirely up to you. But that is today's card. So as I said, I'm going to link just sort of, oh, where has it gone? Up here somewhere, or up on this side, I don't know which, to my previous black and white project, and hope you like that. And thank you for watching. And if you can subscribe, that would be absolutely brilliant. It just helps me no end. So thank you all for watching. Nice quick one, and I'll see you all again very soon. Bye for now.